everyone. I'm Portia Johnson, the founder of Black Girl Health. Black Girl Health is an organization geared to helping women of color live healthier lifestyles. And we do that mainly through our sisterhood, which is our BGH membership. And we also do that through health promotions. And that is social media campaigns to raise awareness about diseases that disproportionately affect women of color. We have partnered with the DC Housing Authority to bring you 3 mental health related workshops. They include Nourish Your Mind, which focuses on foods to help promote hormonal balance to support mental health. Also, we have Natural Healing, which is all about, which focuses on natural healing from anxiety and depression, the natural way. And then we have yoga for mental strength, and that focuses on healing through exercise. So ladies and gentlemen, DC residents, we have all been through so much, from quarantine to work, to handling the kids and relationships. It's time to take control of your mental health and just take control of you and put you first. So we hope that today you'll get the information you need and the resources you need to do that. But first, we have a special message from the executive director of the DC Housing Authority, and that's Mr. Tyrone Garrett. Hello, Mr. Garrett.
Hey, good morning, Portia. Thank you so much. And to Black Girl Health, we truly appreciate it. Your participation and your partnership with the DC Housing Authority and trying to bring something different to our residents, especially in this time of the pandemic. What we believe and understand is that we're committed to making sure that not only physical well-being, but mental well-being is addressed with all of our people in our community. And what we know from what we've encountered and dialogue with our residents and stakeholders is that this is something that is necessary, and we shouldn't be afraid to figure out ways to address whatever stress, whatever anxiety that we're actually facing. So I'm truly appreciative of you and your organization partnering with us, coming to the table. And this isn't going to be the last time that we do something like this. We believe that it's very important to address these particular issues in our community with everything that's going on, from the pandemic again to even some of the social unrest throughout the nation. I think it creates an opportunity for us to talk, have dialogue, and move past this as a family, as a strong community. And we appreciate the opportunity in the district to do this. So to everyone out there who's watching, again, I truly appreciate your participation. Please stay tuned. Feel free to ask questions and engage yourselves in everything that's going on. Again, Portia, appreciate it.
Hello, I'm Tyrone Garrett, Executive Director and CEO of the District of Columbia Housing Authority. We're always looking for new ways to enhance services for our residents and stakeholders. Today, I'm excited to give you a preview of our new Customer Solutions Center at our 1133 North Capitol Street headquarters. Residents and stakeholders will be able to make appointments to visit our center for safe and socially distanced meetings with their housing specialists and other DCHA staff. Learn more about our available services by visiting www.dchousing.org or by calling 202-535-1000.
Hello, I'm Ava, board certified health and wellness coach and mind body fitness exercise specialist. I'm so honored today to be presenting yoga for mental stress or mental strength, and it can combat stress. So I figured we get started with some breathing exercises, and then we'll move into full body movement on the mat. Now today's session will be for all levels, and we will accommodate all ranges of motion. However, if you feel that things are becoming too challenging for you, I'll give modifications along the way. And in addition to modifications, I will also be giving tips and tools on how you can increase your ability to strengthen your mind, body, and spirit. One of the ways to acknowledge becoming more strong or to become stronger is to acknowledge that we don't always have to tap into our strength. Sometimes when we're feeling less than strong is when we become the most versatile and being able to reclaim that strength. We as women of color are known to be strong as well. So those times of gentleness when we're not feeling as strong are just as important. Let's begin with ushering the breath. I invite you to participate in real time with me or just to sit back, listen, and learn. Either one is highly appropriate. I also invite you to sit cross-legged style, much like me, and we'll begin with some deep breathing exercises. One of the ways in which we can do this is just to lightly settle your wrist upon your knees, pull your abdominals back so you're holding your spine very upright, and then breathe in through your abdominals, called the diaphragm muscles, and then take that breath up into your nasal passage, your throat, and then into your nasal passages. Your chest will expand and you'll feel an upward rising. Let's begin. Take an inhaled breath. Your chest will expand. Hold that at the throat. Take a couple more sips of air in. And then exhale and pull your abdominals in to support an upright spine. Breathing is really important. It's very cleansing. It sends blood circulating throughout the body. Let's do that again. Take an inhale, fill up your lungs. Hold that breath. And exhale. While we're breathing, we can also begin to clear our mind and set an intention for today's yoga practice. An intention is just what we want to gather or increase in our lives, gather, or something we'd like to release from our lives. So an example of an intention with movement is maybe to become less resistant to change, or maybe it's to increase your capacity to be at peace. So let's go ahead and inhale again. And on that exhale, go ahead and set that intention for your class today. Mine is peace. Take an inhale, fill up again. Chest will expand. And exhale, belly draws in. Another one of the ways in which you can start to begin to find peace in this kind of seated environment, is to also begin to use a mantra. A mantra is a full-on statement that increases your vitality, and it becomes somewhat of an affirmation for yourself. So my intention is peace, and my affirmation is I'm capable of a joyous life. So my intention is to have peace. I'm going to breathe that in. And my affirmation or mantra is I'm capable of a joyful life. And I'm going to exhale that out into the universe. Inhale peace. And exhale that joy that you want to radiate out from within. Let's take 3 more cleansing deep breaths, and then we'll go onto the mat for some additional work. Inhale, fill up. Hold that breath. And exhale. Radiate out what you want the world to see. 2 more breathing cycles. Inhale, fill up. And exhale. Beautiful. Our last breathing cycle, let's increase the mind-body experience by drawing our shoulder blades down, sitting again upright and rolling the shoulder blades back. So take that inhale, fill up your lungs. On your exhale, draw the shoulder blades back down and around and radiate that light outward. Okay, during the way, we'll be using that breathing exercise all throughout our yoga practice. I will instruct when we need to inhale and when we need to exhale. Before I leave this seated position, I do want to move the body a little bit so you can see some typical hand positions that we use in a yoga flow. So when I say let's go in prayer position hands, it's just bringing the palms together and allowing your shoulders to drop and your elbows to open out. So from here in that resting palm position, let's come into our prayer position hands. Take an inhaled breath. Fill the chest. Exhale, draw the shoulder blades down and press the palms together with a little bit of pressure and your abdominals pull into. Take another inhale, filling up. Exhale, press those palms together, radiate that energy between the hands. Let's move a little bit deeper. Rest those palms against the thighs again. This time we're going to take the arms up overhead. Inhale the arms out overhead. Press the palms together in that prayer position and exhale down into heart center. Let's do that twice more. I invite you to join me. Inhale up. This time take a look up towards the ceiling. Stretch the neck back. We'll hang here for a second. Look up to the ceiling. The neck is getting a stretch to the front of the throat. And then exhale, bring your face back towards me as you lower the palms down. The arms will follow. Let's do that again. Inhale, palms up. Prayer position hands, look up towards the ceiling. Lift a little bit into your waistline. Lift that spine. Keep the shoulder blades low. Draw your head all the way back. Keep the fingertips reaching. Lower your head all the way down and forward. So it's like you're nodding a big yes. Inhale again. Take the head all the way back, facing the ceiling. Keep those hands lifted. Inhale, face center. Exhale, draw the chin down. Stretch the back of the neck. Lift up a little bit in your sits bones. Hold it here. Reach through those fingertips, just an additional second. Let's face each other and exhale the arms down. Okay, so we will be doing that same breathing pattern on the mat. So I invite you to come to standing and we will get started. Okay, at any point, if you see my hands go out of view, just know that I am making those prayer position hands. We are live, so there might be some technical difficulties along the way, but just breathe into them, okay? So stand with your feet hip width apart. Pull your abdominals back. I'm going to give you my side view of what that looks like. I'm standing hip width apart, abdominals are in, my shoulder blades are low, and we're going to realign with that breathing pattern again. Bring your hands up, palms face the ceiling, palms touch at the top, prayer position hands, and we're just going to tilt back, look up towards the ceiling, giving that throat a nice stretch. Exhale the arms right back down, look forward. Let's repeat. Inhale, fingertips come up, palm position hands, prayer position hands, tilt back. Realign your spine forward. Exhale the arms down. Third one, final one. Inhale, palms come up, prayer position hands, tilt back a little bit deeper if you can get it. Come back to full alignment over top of the feet and exhale the arms down. Go ahead and take a look at your feet. Spread all 5 toes apart, all 10 toes, 5 on each foot. Lift the toes, rock back into your heels, and squeeze your glutes. Lay your toes right back down. Roll your shoulders back. Lift all 10 toes, rock back into your heels, squeeze your backside. Lay the toes down and release. Roll your shoulders back. Again, lift all 10 toes, rock back into your heels, squeeze your backside, pull your abs in, and hold. Hold for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Rest the toes down, release the hold in your buttocks, but keep the shoulders rolled back. Let's go 3 repetitions lifting our heels. Take an inhaled breath, Lift up, press all 10 toes down on the mat, lift the heels, roll the shoulders back, pull the abdominals in, and tighten the seat. Release the heels down ever so gently. Let's do that twice more. Inhale, come up onto the toes, onto the balls of the feet, lifting the heels, holding, scooping your abdominals. And exhale, gently lay the heels right back down. Final one, we're going to hold for a count of 5. Take an inhale, come up onto the balls of the feet, lifting the heels, pulling your abdominals in, thinking about strength, thinking about peace from within, holding for 5, 4, 3, setting that intention, 2, and 1. Lower those heels ever so gently back down onto the mat. Let's do a couple shoulder rolls. That's 1, rolling them back 2, and rolling them back 3. Inhale, lift the palms up. Palms come together in prayer position like hands. Exhale, the palms down to heart center. And just take it a second to give thanks. Thanking the universe for its many blessings as the universe favors you. At any point when you would like to come into a state of gratitude, you can hold this posture right here. In Yoga Sanskrit, we would call this posture mountain pose. So you're standing very still like a mountain. And in times of stress, sometimes all we need to do is claim that stillness. Pull your abdominals in a little bit more. And from here, we're just going to begin to hinge forward at the hips. So as if you're bowing to someone, I like you to tilt forward halfway down and hold. Lift your toes again, lightly press your toes down, and unhinge, come right back forward. Let's practice that twice more. Take an inhaled breath. Exhale, tilt forward, hinging at the hips. Palms are still at heart center, and we're still feeling very much gratitude. Let's unhinge, come right back up forward, keeping the shoulder blades away from the ears. Last and final time. Take an inhaled breath. Exhale, hinge forward as if you're bowing to someone. We're going to stay here for 5, 4. You're also getting a great stretch to the back of the legs. We're at 3, 2, and 1. Stay here, release the palms, and just dangle the arms down with the fingertips reaching towards the feet. Lower your head, nod your head, yes. And then sway your head, no. Center your neck and see if you can reach down just a little bit further, your own range of motion. Respect your body's limitations, and in time, you will surpass them. Reach just a little bit deeper forward, and now from here, we're going to bend our knees and look forward, arching the back. Straighten the legs, round the spine. Drop the chin towards the chest. Bend your knees, lengthen your spine, look forward, arching the back. Straighten your legs, round the spine, nod the chin to the chest. Pull your abdominals in. Final one, take an inhale, bend the knees, arch the back, look forward. See from here if you can lift your arms right by your chin. Lower the arms down, straighten the legs, nod the chin towards the chest, round the spine. And in 5 counts with an inhale and an exhale, we're going to come up. Take an inhale to prepare. Exhale, 5 counts to lift. Roll through the spine. We're at 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. We're right back into that mountain position. Let's take the hands up, palms face up, prayer position hands. Exhale, bring the hands down to heart center. Lower the hands alongside your hips. Wonderful. Let's move on. Take an inhale, lift the palms up, palms pressed together, hands down to heart center, bow down, reach the arms long, Dangle those fingertips right in front of the toes. Place your hands onto your shins. Inhale, press towards your knees, light position here. Arch the back, look forward. Stretching out the throat and connecting that mind-body fitness experience. Exhale, release back down. Bow the chin to the chest. Bend the knees. Inhale, arms come up, palms pressed together. Hands go down to heart center. We're going to speed things up just a little bit more. Take an inhale up, palms come together, hands to heart center, bow, reach down, place the hands right in front of your ankles, lift all the way up to your kneecaps, arch the back, look forward, exhale down, sweep the arms up, inhale, palms touch prayer position, exhale down to heart center. Feels so good. One more. Inhale, palms come up. Exhale down to heart center. Bow forward. Inhale here. Exhale, reach towards the feet. Drive all the way up towards the knees. Light position here. Don't press into your knees. Arch the back, look forward. We're at an inhale here. Exhale, round the spine down. Reach through the fingertips. Inhale all the way up. Arch the back as much as you can get it. Exhale, palms to heart center and rest. Let's stay here in this great mountain position and resume our breath. Inhale, fill up the lungs. Remind yourself of that intention that you set for your class. Exhale. And again, mine was inner peace. Inhale, I'm going to breathe in that inner peace. And my mantra was, I'm capable of great joy. And I'm going to exhale that out into the universe. One more breath. Inhale, resiliency. And exhale, any toxicity. Let's move on. Take another inhale, lift. Palms touch, prayer position, hands. Exhale down to heart center, bow forward. Reach the fingertips in front of the toes. Inhale, arch the back, lift. Exhale, place your hands, bend your knees first. Place your hands down onto the mat, and we'll take our right leg and reach it back into a semi-lunge position. Hands are still very much connected onto the mat, and we're just holding here. As you can see, my back heel is lifted. So from here, let's come up onto the toes of the back foot. That would be the right foot. And press down, press the heel away from you. Come up into a high heel on that right foot. Exhale, lower the heel back. The heel doesn't rest, it's always elevated. We're just coming up onto the ball of the foot. Our third time, our final time. Inhale into that high heel position. Exhale, press the heel back. From here, bend the knee and step the foot forward. Reach the fingertips forward like we did earlier, and then bring the arms up to the ears if you can, sitting in a chair position. Reach forward, place the fingertips back down. Let's walk the left foot back into that lunge position. Come up onto the ball of the foot, press down. Two more. Lift up to the ball of the foot and press down. Last one here. Lift up to the ball of the foot, press down, step the left foot back forward. If you need a modification, place your hands onto your thighs here, or you can come into another level by raising the hot arms forward and then lifting the arms up towards the ceiling in that chair-like position. Holding for 5, 4, breathe with me, 3, 2, and 1. Sweep the arms down. Inhale to straight legs. Soften your knees, bend them a little bit. Inhale the arms all the way up, palms touch prayer position, hands. Exhale down to heart center. Take 3 breaths in. Inhale and exhale. Inhale, peace. And exhale, relief. Slow that heart rate down just a little bit. Inhale, filling up. and exhale. Right into our next sequence, we're building on. Take an inhale, lift the palms up, prayer position my hands. Go ahead and arch back. You should feel a little bit looser, a little bit limber. Come back full center right over top of your feet. Bring your hands down to heart center. This time we're gonna reach the palms outward, little chest press. Pull the palms in. 2 more like that. Exhale, reach the palms forward. Fingertips are shooting straight forward. Squeeze the chest. Lift the fingertips up, pull right back into heart center. Gratitude. Reach the palms out into the universe. Push out. Radiate your light. Lift the fingertips, pull in, and rest. Hands down by your hips. Moving right along. Inhale, arms up, palms together, prayer-like position, hands to heart center, 1 chest press out, press it out, pull it in, reach down, hinge, fingertips draw down, lift all the way up, light pressure on the knees, arch the back. Round through the spine. Press the right leg back into that lunge-like position. Drop your knee down. From here, you're going to realign your spine up nice and tall. Bring your fingertips up, back into that arch-like position. Holding. Holding for 5, 4. Lift that chest up. 3, 2, 1. Bring the fingertips up towards the ceiling. Bring the hands down. Lift the knee back into that lunge position. Step that right foot forward. Let's change it for the left. Left foot steps back. Bend the knee down. Lift your chest right over top of the hips. Reach your fingertips all the way up to the ceiling. Arch the spine. Lift the heart towards the ceiling. Hold here for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Reach the fingertips forward. Place them right down on either side of the foot. Lift the knee into that high lunge position. Step the foot forward. From here, we're going to reach back up into chair. Sit down into your hips. Your modification is here if you need it. Raise your hands up if you're willing to go to the next level. I invite you to do so. Holding. Strength and stillness. Sweep your arms out to the side, come to standing. Chin down, chin up. Nice work there, building up some heat in the body. Let's go into that sequence again. Inhale, hands come up, prayer position like hands. Exhale down to heart center. Radiate out into the universe. Pull it back in. From here, bow down. Dangle the fingertips. Lift all the way up towards the kneecaps. Light pressure, no deep pressure here. Arch the back, look forward. Drop the chin, roll through the spine. Walk that right foot back into your high lunge position. Drop the knee. From here, come up into a stance right over top of that left hip. Inhale the arms up. Arch the back. Holding. Adding on, coming up over top of that left hip. We're twisting towards the left side. Bringing that right hand down and left arm back. Holding. Look over that left shoulder. Hold that twist for 5, 4, 3. Pull the abdominals in, please. 2 and 1. Bring the left arm up. Bring the right arm up, untwist. Place your hands on either side of that left foot. Come back, lift the knee, come back into that high lunge position. Walk the right leg to match the left leg forward. Let's switch. Left leg goes back, high lunge. Drop the knee, weight down. Lift the spine right over top of that right hip. Inhale, the fingertips up, arch the back. Working through that stillness and that strength. Come right back over top of that right hip. Twist to the right side. Pull your abdominals in. Bring that left hand on opposite side of that right knee and that right hand back reaching. Holding for 5, 4, 3. Don't forget to breathe. 2 and 1. Bring that right arm back up. Lift the left arm as well. Untwist. Bring palms down in front or either side of that right foot. Lift the knee, come into that high lunge position. Walk that left leg forward, right back into that chair. Sweep the fingertips forward. Sit back into that chair, holding for stillness at 5. Here if you're modifying. 3, 2, 1. Inhale up, sweep the arms out to the side. Inhale with the palms up. Palms together, prayer-like position, hands to heart center. We're going to radiate out towards the universe 3 times by adding in a little chest press. Exhale, reach out from the chest, extend your light out. Fingertips come up towards the ceiling, pull back in. Reach the fingertips out, exhale, joy. Fingertips come up, inhale that peace. Fingertips reach out, exhale, pull the abdominals in. Let's hold for 5, 4. Squeeze those palms together. 3, 2, and 1. Lift the fingertips up. Pull the hands right back to heart center. Release the palms. Hands go down either side of your hips to rest. Remember, check in with your body. At any point, if you're not feeling so good, if you're feeling a little lightheaded, you can come back into that cross-leg position and just work at stillness and evening out your breath. Knowing your limitations so you can surpass them in time is a way to build strength. Let's go into our next yoga sequence, adding on. Are you ready? I know I'm ready. Let's go ahead and inhale up. Palms come together in a prayer-like position. We're going to arch the back, tilt back, reach over top of the hips, bring the hands to heart center. Remember, we're tilting forward. Exhale. Inhale to fill up. Exhale the arms down. Inhale, drive the fingertips towards the knees. No pressure in the knees. Arch the back, look up. Exhale, round the spine forward. Step that right leg back. Hold your high lunge position. This time, we're going to add the left leg and hold a plank position. I'll show you what a modification looks like too, though. So you're going to sweep the left leg back, and now you're in a full plank position. If you need to alter this, modify with bent knees and still hold that square position in your shoulder blades. So your modification looks like this. Your next level looks like this. We're going to hold for 5. Look towards the floor, please. 3, 2, and 1. And then together, all of us, we're going to drop to our bent knee position. Lower the toes down so you're not flexing your feet. You're on the back side of your toes. And then hinge from your shoulder blades and sit back over your heels. Lower your head down towards your chest. While you're in this resting position, it's a great time to remember that intention you set at the top of the class. Exhale, what you want to radiate out to the universe and come back up onto all fours. In this all four position, open your knees, round your spine, look through your arms at your waist. Inhale, arch your back, look forward. Some call this cat and cow. Drop your chin, round your spine, tuck your tailbone under. Arch your back, look forward, stretch the throat. That's an inhale there too. Exhale, drop your chin, round your spine up like an angry cat. Arch your back, look forward, last time. Drive the shoulder blades back, lift the chin, sink the spine down, arch the back, and then come into a natural, normal back position, much like a tabletop surface. We're going to walk the feet back into that long plank, or you're going to modify. Your modification would be to walk the hands forward and come into that pseudo plank. If you're going to go to the next level, walk your feet back into your full plank, holding. Hold for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. If you're in the modified position, stay there. We'll join you in the modified position here. From here, you're going to look forward, and all I want you to do is bend your elbows and drop your chin. Keep the hips lifted. Lower the chin onto the mat. And then from here, move forward ahead of the shoulders and lift into a baby-like cobra position. Lower the chin and rest. Place your hands on top of each other and rest your right cheek on top of the palms. I'd like you to sway your hips from right to left. I'm looking at you. You can keep your head down. Slow the swaying down to a stop. Lift your right cheek. Turn to your left cheek. Rest your cheek down on your palms. And again, sway your hips from right to left. Normal, natural breathing here. Slow the swaying of the hips down to a halt. Bring your face back to center. Lift your head weight. Place your hands right back in front of your shoulders. We're going to go back to that childlike position. So from here, you're going to push yourself up, round, automatically around your spine. Sink your hips right over top of your heels. Take in 3 deep breaths. One more breathing cycle. Big inhale. And on the exhale, we're going to come right back out to that tabletop, right back out into that plank position. Walk your right leg back. Walk the left leg back. If you're not here on this level, you're on bent knees. Walking both legs back. Good. Holding for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Here's how we come out of this. If you're on bent knees, I'd like you to bring your right leg forward, come up to a stance, and meet us at the mat here. If you're in your cobra-like plank, bring that right leg forward into your lunge, walk the other leg back, and meet us here in that bowed position. Head down, reaching your fingertips towards your toes. Bend your knees, inhale the arms all the way up, palms together, hands at prayer position. Exhale, bring the hands down to heart level. That was your yoga standing sequence. We've been through a lot of motions of high lunges, prayer position, hands with arched back. Then we went into our plank series. Let's begin to bring it down into a seated position on the mat. We're going to go into a few more twists with some straight legs. So from here, let's bring our right leg off the mat and hug in our left foot towards our waistline. So we're going to go into some twist here. So from here, you're going to bring your right arm up by your ear, exhale towards the right side, and bring that right hand behind you. The left arm is going to go up by the ear, inhale that up, and exhale, bring that left hand on the outside of the right knee into that twist-like position. Holding that twist here, this would be your modification with the twist. If you'd like to take it to the next level, you're going to bend your right knee in and just twist a little bit deeper, sitting in a cross-leg position. If you'd like to go into another level, you're going to lift that right leg and bring it on the outside of the left knee. Bring that left hand on the outside of that right knee and twist just a little bit more. Holding stillness and strength for 5 counts. Take an inhale. Exhale, and we count down for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Hold that stillness. Whatever position you're in, let's begin to unravel this twist. Your right hand is reaching behind you. Let's bring that right hand forward. If you're in this position here, you're just gonna bring your leg right back onto the mat. You're gonna untwist, bring that leg right back to the mat. Untwist that left leg. If it was here, just bring it back out. And now reach both legs out in front of you like in a letter L or a staff position. We're gonna reach the toes back to us, flex the heels back. Inhale the arms up, that prayer position like hands. Radiate the energy down towards your heart. Radiate out to the universe what you would want to give the universe: joy, peace, comfort, positive energy. And then from here, release the hands down and reach forward towards your ankles, lowering the head weight, tucking the chin all the way under, rounding your spine. Keep your feet flexed for this one. Holding, working at that strength, working at that stillness. One more deep cleansing breath. Inhale in. And upon the exhale, begin to round the spine back up into that full staff-like position or that tall letter L. Let's reach the left leg off of your mat. Curl the right leg into your center. Bring the left arm up. Twist, place that left hand behind you. That right hand comes up. Twist, place it on the outside of the knee. Next level would be to fold that knee in, hold the twist with an upward spine. Next level from there would be to raise that left knee, place the right hand on the floor or on the outside of that knee, and twist just a little bit deeper, holding 5 counts. Keeping it nice and steady, raise that left arm back up, untwist. If your leg is out here, all you're going to do is fold that knee back in, lift the knee, and reach back into folded knees. Straighten those legs right back out, flex the feet. Inhale up, prayer position like hands. Hands to heart center, show that gratitude. Reach out, round over, fold. One more deep inhalation. And exhale, roll through the spine, stacking the spine all the way up. Keep the feet nice and flexed. Wonderful, wonderful work. We have time for one more posture and position here. I'm going to face outward on an angle. You stay on your mat, fully down on your mat here. But I'd like you to see this side position here. So from here, we're going to hold underneath the thighs. You're going to round back, sink into your abdominals by scooping them in. We're going to do a couple practice postures here. Then we're going to lift the chest up as if somebody's pulling it up with a string and come right back towards the thighs. Exhale, round back. Your next level would be to reach the fingertips as you're rolling and rounding back. Inhale, come up, lifting the chest, reach forward towards your thighs as if you're pulling yourself up with your fingertips. Lower the chin, exhale, pull the abdominals in, roll back, reach the right leg up, half boat position. Lower the right foot down, lift the chest, reach forward as if you're reaching for a baby to hold. Inhale, exhale, round back, scooping your abdominals, lift that left leg into a boat-like position, just like that. Place the foot down, inhale, lift the chest, reach forward. We're going to go for both legs this time, and we're going to hold for 5 counts. Rolling back, exhale, first the right leg. If you feel comfortable, you can stay here or you can just hold both feet down. If you feel comfortable, lift that left leg, hold this boat-like position for 5. Next level would be to hold the arms up. 4, 3, 2, 1. Lower the feet down first. Reach the arms forward. Lift the chest. Come up. Release the hands down. Wonderful work going through your seated posture position. Now, we can't call a yoga class unless we do a final resting meditation. Some use the word shavasana. I'm sorry about that. Shavasana in your final resting position. So we're going to go ahead and take that shavasana now. I'd like for you to reach with your right leg straight forward, your left leg straight forward. You're sitting down on your mat, and now ease your spine down into a laying down position. You're going to be on the back side of your head, and all you're going to do is close your eyes and focus on your breathing pattern. Take an inhale and exhale. Release any tension in your toes. Exhale, tension in your ankles. Take another inhale. Exhale, travel up towards your knees and your thighs. Release any tension, any contractions there. Take another inhale. And exhale, any kind of tension through your hips. Ease your hips. Move your focus into your fingertips, your wrist, your elbows, your shoulders. Inhale a deep breath. And exhale, release any tension of the arms, wrist, hands, palms, and fingertips. Inhale, fill up your chest. Deepen that breath. Give me another sip of air. Exhale, melt down into your mat. Release any tension in the chest as well as the buttocks. Inhale, fill the lungs up again. Now this time, take an additional sip of air into your throat. And when you exhale this time, just make it audible and say the word ah. Ah. Finally, we're going to work at relaxing the face. Take an inhale. Exhale, release any tension in the jawline, the cheekbone area. Open up your mouth. Take the tongue from the roof of the mouth. Release any tension between the eyes. Release the eyes in their sockets. Release any tension in your forehead. Just let your face relax. Slightly parted lips. And you can even imagine your earlobes are dripping down towards your shoulders. Start to wiggle your toes just a little bit. Wiggle your fingertips just a little bit. And then ease your feet open just a little bit more to release any additional tension in the hips. This space that we're holding right now is a wonderful space to set any additional intentions of peace, compassion, forgiveness, resiliency, resistance, need for control, and any kind of anger or additional stress that might wreak havoc on your mind, body, and spirit. Just release and let go and know that the universe favors you. Begin to wiggle your fingers and your toes again. And this time, soften your knees, drag your right knee into your chest, lift your left knee into your chest, hug your knees with your hands on your shins, and sway from right to left. Lift your head weight, nod your chin towards your chest, take your fingertips underneath your kneecaps, gently rock up to a seated position. I invite you to sit with me cross-legged style, and we'll take that prayer position hand breathing exercise 3 more times to end our yoga session together. Lift your palms up towards the ceiling. Inhale, palm position hands. Exhale, down to heart center. Let's do that twice more. Inhale, lifting the palms up. Exhale, down with gratitude. Final time. Inhale, lifting. Fill the lungs with breath. Exhale, release, and give thanks. It has been my distinct pleasure and honor to work with you with yoga and mental strength today. I wish you many, many blessings, joy, peace, and love. Thank you so much.
Hello, everyone. I hope you enjoyed that. Ava was amazing. And I heard from many of you that I'm talking to online. Shout out to Caprina, Tawana, Kim, and so many, it seems like so many people are commenting. I'm trying to keep track. But please feel free to comment. We want to hear from you. BGH wants to hear from you. We want to know your feedback. How do you like the sessions? So let us know. I'm on my phone and I am plugging away and trying to respond to each and every one of you. So next up is Nourish Your Mind in the next couple of minutes. And again, that is about the foods that you can eat to help promote hormonal balance and promote mental stability and health. So stay with us.
Sometimes we need that extra encouragement. We need support, and Black Girl Health is a movement.
Oh, I love getting all the emails with the recipes and now the new workout videos that we get daily. I now get CrossFit videos right to my email. So that means that it holds me accountable and I have something to do every day.
I work out of Highest Fitness Yoga Studio, and so it just helps to bring more people into my class, know that I'm out there teaching yoga in the community.
Being a BGH member means connecting with other women, networking, and being a part of a movement.
I am Kim Nelson Wright, and I am Black Girl Health.
I'm Kimberly Perry, and I am Black Girl Health.
Sherelle Moore Tucker, and I am Black Girl Health.
Hello, I'm Tyrone Garrett, Executive Director and CEO of the District of Columbia Housing Authority. We're always looking for new ways to enhance services for our residents and stakeholders. Today, I'm excited to give you a preview of our new Customer Solutions Center at our 1133 North Capitol Street headquarters. Residents and stakeholders will be able to make appointments to visit our center for safe and socially distanced meetings with their housing specialists and other DCHA staff. Learn more about our available services by visiting www.dchousing.org or by calling 202-535-1000.
Lauren of Lauren Care Wellness, your favorite certified health coach. Today, I'm going to be speaking with you about how to balance your hormones, basically just using food. Okay? So, here we go. All right. So, what I'm going to share with you today is going to be a little bit about you, and a whole lot about you, and a little bit about me. Okay. So we're going to talk about the three essential hormones that actually occupy our bodies or help to control our bodies. We're going to share the relationship between hormones and your mental health, and we're also going to demonstrate foods which promote mental health. All right. So the first thing I'm going to share is a little bit about me, because people always want to know about you and what it is that you do and so forth. So I'm a lifelong educator, 25 years strong. I'm a New Orleans girl, so you know I like good food. I'm a Howard alum. I was diagnosed on my personal wellness journey with Hashimoto's thyroiditis. I had intractable migraines. I had sick building syndrome, and I had Helicobacter pylori, H. pylori for short, and sent this all into remission in 8 months, just using food. Okay? And guess what happened with that? Along the journey, I lost 101 pounds. Can you imagine? Yes, it can be done. Was it easy? No. Was it worth it? Yes. Okay? All right. So I am a founder, or I own a boutique health coaching firm which helps people find their solutions, change habits, and live healthier lifestyle for longevity and improve quality of life. That is a mouthful. That is a mouthful, I know. But essentially, what I do is I help people kind of get their groove back, help them feel a whole lot better. Okay? And so, what I'm talking about today is hormone balance. How am I going to use food to actually help to get your hormones back in balance? Well, what in the world is hormone imbalance? Well, essentially, what it is when you have too much or too little hormones in your body. So, we're going to talk a little bit about that. When you are experiencing, or when you begin to come into your own as uh, a young woman or a young man, when we are young people, our bodies are changing, our voices are changing, and so forth. These are all hormones. And what essentially happens is we're going to go the route and assume that, we're not eating well. And what I mean by not eating well is meat eating and incorporating an inflammatory diet. I call it the American diet because the American diet is full of inflammation. What do I mean by that? It has a lot of foods which are not complementary to our body styles. So I'll give you a few examples a little later. As we are developing into young people, we began changing. Young women began getting their menses, and young men, their voices began changing. They began developing their sexual organs and so forth. And so, what happens? Well, I'll give it to you from the female perspective. When females are beginning to get their menses and so forth, what happens is often they get a lot of symptoms that we do not attribute to hormones. We also don't attribute it to a hormone imbalance, in which it is. So you get symptoms such as how do I want to say it? Cramping. You get symptoms such as hormones and so on and so forth. And let me tell you, a lot of people experience that, but have no idea how in the world to correct it. So what do? Oh, go take a pill, go lay down. Go, go. We want to go and fill our bodies with something that is not necessarily productive, but it's counterproductive. And so what's happening along the way? Your hormones are continuing to what? Get more and more and more imbalanced. Okay? And so that's what we're going to talk about today is we're going to share a little bit about how to balance the hormones, but I'm going to give you a little bit of information about it as well. I can tell you some of the things that I'm sharing with you actually happened to me. So I share with you that I went on my wellness journey. People are always seemingly amazed by this. It was just something that happened to me that I actually thought was absolutely traumatic, but it helped me in the long run, and it definitely helped me to be able to help other people. And so that is how I began my business. As I was going on my health journey, I developed an intractable migraine and didn't know what in the world it was. I'm like, what in God's green earth is going on? And I was driving when it happened. When I was driving and the migraine hit me, it felt like I was actually having a stroke. I had to look in the mirror very quickly to see what was happening with my face. I said, okay, my face is not changing, but I began having an intractable migraine. And I'll tell you, from the intractable migraine to my diagnosis, it actually took me about 2.5 years for someone to even diagnose what in the world was going on. They were sharing with me that I actually had hypertension. And at this point, I was 219 pounds. Remember, I told you I lost 101 pounds. I was 219 pounds. And so individuals were sharing with me, the traditional medical personnel were sharing with me, you have hypertension, you have this, and this. And they were giving me every diagnosis under the sun, except for what was actually the root cause of the problem. So I began doing my own investigation. I began doing because again, I am a researcher at heart, an educator. And so what I began doing was doing my own research and so forth about what was happening. I was even getting the symptoms of someone who had actually had a stroke. There was no way in God's green earth that I could have had any cardiovascular issues based on the symptoms that I was having. What they were treating were the symptoms of what I was telling them and not actually the root cause. So I continued on. I discovered, again, what I shared with you. I had H. pylori. I actually had an autoimmune disease, which was actually exacerbated by hormone imbalance. I was experiencing the intractable migraines, which was also root cause of a hormone imbalance. And so, the list went on and on and on. 2.5 years later, the weight was definitely coming off at that point. And so along the way, I actually changed my eating habits. I definitely could not, I'll tell anybody, I could not work out at that point because I had some of the symptoms that I'm actually going to share with you. And so I'm going to move on here. So the 3 hormones that I was actually dealing with that I'm going to share with you based on the hormone imbalance are your estrogen, they are progesterone, and testosterone. Now, these 3 hormones can be can cause a lot or wreak a lot of havoc in our bodies if they are not balanced. I want you to think about when you are preparing a dish, if you're baking. That's the easiest way to think about it. What happens when you are attempting to bake a cake and you put too much of one thing in or too little of something in? What happens? It doesn't come out correctly, correct? Okay, so this is what the 3 hormones or the 3 essential hormones are like in our bodies. So the first one I want to share with you is estrogen. Estrogen is the primary female sex hormone. It is responsible for essentially your cardiovascular system, your heart and blood vessels, your bones and your breasts, your skin and hair, your pelvic muscles, and the brain, which is what we're going to end up with because we're leading to talking about the mental health, how your hormones are essentially affecting your mental health. Okay? You with me so far? Good. The progesterone is a female sex hormone as well. It's responsible for regulating your menstrual cycle. Its main job is to get your uterus ready for pregnancy. So these are your female sex hormones. The next one is a male sex hormone. We also possess this as well, ladies. It's responsible for helping with the growth maintenance and combined with estrogen. And it also helps in repairing women's reproductive tissues. So those are the three hormones that we are actually talking about, the three main ones that we are talking about today. Now, what is the relationship between your hormones and your mental health? Aha. People never think about that. There is a direct relationship between that. What's happening there when your hormones are imbalanced? Well, let's take a look at it. Again, with your estrogen, when you have low estrogen, what's happening? It's linked to anxiety. I hear a lot of people sharing that now, that they're having a lot of anxiety. Are we checking to see what is happening within our bodies? We always look outward to see what's happening because we always have a lot of stimulation, a lot of stress going on within the environment. But what is happening within our bodies? Are we checking to see that all of those things that we should be eating are non-inflammatory? Are you thinking about what are you actually putting into your mouth that may be causing, with relationship to food, that may be causing the anxiety? Okay, so now I'm going to speak with men as well. It is the same for you. Okay, the same thing could be happening because men have the symptoms as well, and men don't normally speak about it as much. Okay, I don't have knowledge of them speaking about it as much. I've talked with maybe like a handful of gentlemen that will say, oh yeah, I'm dealing with this as well, especially as it relates to what's going on right now with COVID, because men and women are experiencing the same symptoms as it relates to the anxiety. But also our diets are changing in this, or had changed in the quarantine as well. So the hormones have not been viewed as a direct cause of bipolar disorder, which is another mental health disorder, mood disorder, but it's suspected that it is a cause because it's on the mood spectrum. Okay, so we're talking about one is anxiety. Okay, because I know my males and my females experience this. And also, as it relates to bipolar disorder, it hasn't been proven, but it hasn't been disproven as well either. When you have a decrease in estrogen, as it relates to when our bodies are changing, women go through menopause, men go through their change as well. I've heard it called menopause, but men go, through their change as well. When this happens, oftentimes we are experiencing a lot of hormonal changes, and it affects our brain. It affects our brain health. So oftentimes we have to make sure that we have the balances in our hormones so that we can address what is happening in our body. Because I tell you, when the hormones are imbalanced, it can make you feel like you are absolutely losing your mind. It really can. And the quick fix for it is essentially one, making sure that you are balancing your food. Your foods are properly balanced in your bodies, and that we are not intaking inflammatory foods. Okay. I know you keep hearing me say inflammatory foods, and I'm going to get to that in a little bit. The progesterone is also your female sex hormone, has changes in the hormone states when we go through menopause, childbirth, thyroid problems, which our males experience as well, or other disorders. They will cause depression. This is something that we don't speak about often. We always look at one side, but we never look at the opposite side. We always speak about depression, okay? The testosterone, your male sex hormone, it is linked to low testosterone to anxiety as well. So when you have low estrogen and low anxiety, those can also cause what? Your hormonal imbalance. The decreased testosterone contributes to poor memory. It leads to mood swings, irritability, stress, anxiety, and depression. So let's talk about, I'm going to insert something else while we're on this as well. Let's take a look at when we are addressing the hormones. We hear people talk about this little butterfly, which is actually my logo, by the way. This little butterfly that we address in our throat. I'll say it's in our throat. It's your thyroid, which is actually your controller of your hormones. Okay. And with that, you are also addressing your endocrine system. Now, what does your endocrine system do? Your endocrine system is actually releasing hormones into your bloodstream, which is helping to keep us balanced. What is it doing? What is it actually touching? What is it actually manipulating, etc.? It is dealing with the metabolism, which causes the what? The weight gain or weight loss. It's also addressing your growth and development. It has to deal with your heart rate. That's why when some individuals are having issues or challenges with their endocrine system, they also have to go and see a cardiologist. Why? It is the controller. It is absolutely the controller. So once you get those hormones balanced, once you get that thyroid decreased, okay, which is inflammation. I want you to remember that. That's all it is inflammation. The heart rate normalizes. The blood pressure definitely normalizes. The appetite regulates. The sexual function is back to normal. The reproduction, if there are some, families who are having challenges, starting a family and so forth, guess what? It may be the hormone. It may be the thyroid. Your sleep cycles are disrupted. How about those individuals that are not able to sleep through the night, or they're trying to sleep in the daytime? It throws off your what? These are all hormones. It throws off your sleep cycles. Okay. So it also can definitely touch your what? Your body temperature. So if you're running hot, if your temperature is running hot, you're getting hot flashes and so forth, guess what? It's the hormones. It's definitely the hormones that we want to take a look at when that is happening. And, when people are walking around doing this, it's definitely your hormones. Okay. So those are the things that I wanted to share with that. I always like giving information up front. We want to look at which promote mental health. Now, I know we wanted some demos, so we have a couple of demos that I want to share with you. And the first one up is our salmon. So we want to share that. I want to give you a little demo about how to prep a proper salmon. Now, I'm going to share this with you. Salmon, when you purchase it, you definitely want to stay with wild-caught sockeye salmon, okay? Definitely wild-caught. If you can't get sockeye salmon, the next best thing for you to purchase is coho salmon. Why? Wild-caught salmon has all of the nutrients and so forth that your body needs in order to balance those hormones and get that mental health in order. So I want to give you, show you a little demo so that you can see how to prepare salmon properly.
Today, I am going to conduct a demo on how to prepare wild-caught sockeye salmon. You ready? Come on over here, okay? So, the first thing that I'm going to do is I'm going to scale and clean the fish. Now, let me tell you a little bit about salmon. Salmon is high in omega-3s. It is a fatty fish, and it definitely addresses overall hormone communication or hormonal communication. And it addresses improved mood and cognition. That means brain health. Okay? So I'm just going to go over this just a little bit to smooth it out to make sure that there are no scales left on here. Now, I pre-cleaned this so that you would see that, it was definitely a wild-caught salmon. Okay? Now, the next thing that I'm going to do is that I want to season the fish. Okay? Now, there are three things that I have here. The first thing that I have is I have my sea salt. Now, sea salt is very good for mind health, okay, for brain health. It is a natural antidepressant. Have you ever heard that before? It's true. It's a natural antidepressant, and it definitely helps with your brain health. So we're gonna put a little bit of that on there. Okay. The next thing that we want to look at is and use on our fish is black pepper. Why are we using black pepper? Okay, black pepper is definitely helpful in preventing depression and Alzheimer's. Okay, and so is turmeric. All right, or turmeric, as some people like to call it. It's just the same. The black pepper and the turmeric actually work in consort together. So you definitely want to use them together. You've heard of it. You've heard of it in terms of it being used probably in isolation, but they actually should be used together. All right. And so the third thing that we want to do is we want to add our. We're done with this seasoning it. We want to add it to our ceramic, and I always cook mine in a casserole dish. We want to add it here, and the last thing that we're going to do is we're going to actually add olive oil to it. Okay, it is olive oil is excellent for an anti-inflammatory. Okay, and you definitely need fatty oils for your heart, but we're talking about mental health right now. So this is basically how we're going to prep for our salmon. Now, let me share something else with you, because eating healthy definitely can get a little expensive. Okay, so what I always share with individuals are alternatives to eating fish. The first thing that I want to share with you is wild caught Pacific sardines. It's an extra virgin olive oil and it's lightly smoked. You want to make sure that they are part of non-GMO project, and also they are not set in cans that have BPA. This is albacore wild tuna, okay? Albacore wild tuna, and you want to make sure that it has a non-BPA lining on it. What is the BPA? That is plastic. You want to keep that out of your foods because plastic is actually a hormone. It actually is it's bad for your hormones. Let's just say that, okay? So these are two alternatives to the salmon. So again, this is the wild caught sockeye salmon, and we use black pepper, we use sea salt, and we use turmeric for the seasonings.
Okay, so hopefully you enjoyed that video, and you can definitely go to my YouTube channel to see that video and actually try out the salmon. That would be a very good start. The salmon or any fresh fish, okay, or fish in freshwater seafood, I should say, a bone fish. Let me put that out there. You want to bake it at 375 or 400 degrees for about 20 minutes. Do not overcook salmon. It would not do well for you. Okay, so I definitely want to reiterate that you want to make sure that you are selecting wild caught salmon, not organic, and not farmed fish. That would not do well for your system. It would definitely be inflammatory. Hopefully you can see yourself preparing this meal right away. And I'm definitely going to share something else with you that you can pair with it so that you can have a full meal. The next video that I'm going to bring on for you is actually my favorite salad, and I will eat this thing morning, noon, and night. This is absolutely a hormone balancer. It is very quick to prepare. It doesn't take long. I know there are some people who like to cook, some people who don't like to cook. I actually grew up cooking. That's just a way of life for us and our family. We actually fight to get into the kitchen, to cook meals and so forth. And so here's next up is Dr. Lauren's favorite salad.
Today I'm going to be conducting a demo of my favorite salad. Are you ready? So this is going to be so much fun. It's very short and simple. Let me give you the ingredients. So here we go. You have your kale, okay? You have your kale, and the kale is very high in omega-3, okay? So the kale is, let me turn it this way so you can see exactly what I'm doing. Wash it off a little bit. The kale is high in omega-3s, and it's very good for your mental health, because oftentimes we have a lot of inflammatory things in our body which we experience with the environment and so forth. We want to make sure that we are protecting ourselves. So we want to have, eat things that are high in omega-3s, and kale is one of them. If you want another alternative, guess what? You can use spinach as well, okay? And there's some other things as well. So just know that this is one of those things. You are actually working on your brain health and you're eating it. So the next thing, so it's all torn up. I actually like to use fresh kale because it is absolutely huge. You can also use the ones, honestly, and I'm putting it in my dish here. You can also use the ones that are in the bags. It's not a problem with that. The next thing that we want to look at, we have our raw walnuts, okay? We have our carrots, and we have our golden raisins. So let me tell you a little bit about this. So the walnuts are a no-brainer, because guess what? They're actually shaped like your brain. And so the walnuts, they are high in omega-3s. They fight depression. They're good for overall brain health. And they're being one of the highest plant-based sources of omega-3s. So we're going to put that in there. We're gonna throw that in our dish, okay? We also have our carrots, and you can put like as much of them as you want to. So let me share something else with you about walnuts. So when you do walnuts, walnuts can actually be just a meal. See this much, a handful or a palmful can actually be a meal on their own, okay? So we're gonna go ahead and throw that in there. The next thing that we're gonna talk about are our carrots. Do you see those? So I buy baby carrots and I actually cut them up. So carrots are very good for brain health as well. They have something called beta carotene, which is a powerful antioxidant. Notice all of these are palmfuls, or a handful as they call it. It's good for beta carotene. Beta carotene actually is good for people with higher levels of antioxidant carotenoids rather. Let me say it correctly. Are less likely to have symptoms of depression. All right, so we want to add some carrots to that, because I absolutely love carrots. The last thing that I want to add are golden raisins. Golden raisins or raisins contain a mineral called boron. Boron is a trace element that is really necessary for brain function, such as hand-eye coordination, for memory, and for your attention span. So it's very good for that. And the last thing that we want to add is I have some almond. I like to use almond oil because it's sweet. You can also add olive oil to it as well. But I like almond oil because almond oil has omega-3s, and it also improves memory. So I'm going to add on just a little bit of almond oil. Now some people don't like it because they like the sweet stuff with the salad dressings and so forth. Okay. The one thing that I do when I steer clear of things that actually have inflammatory things in them. So this is my salad. Voila. This is Dr. Lauren's salad. It's jumping off the plate. It's so good. This is Dr. Lauren's salad, and I want you to thank you for listening. I want you to hit subscribe, like, share, and I want you to follow. Okay? Thank you so much. This is Dr. Lauren, your favorite certified health coach of Lauren Care Wellness. with your Metamorphosis Minute.
Okay, thank you for watching that. Again, you can go to my YouTube page or my YouTube channel rather, and you can subscribe to it and find a few recipes on there and a lot of resources that will be very helpful to you. And by the way, the reason why you do not want to use salad dressings is because there are things that are placed in those salad dressings to preserve them so that they don't go bad. And a lot of it is soy, which is actually not good for our bodies. That's my male and my females. They're actually not good for our bodies because they act in our bodies as hormone disruptors. And so when you begin, again, doing this, like with your alcohol and so forth, and then you're wondering why you're doing this afterwards, when you like to drink that nice glass of wine, yes, they are hormone disruptors, and it actually causes problems for you. So when you're selecting foods, I'll give you this last little tidbit. When you're selecting foods, you don't want to search for ones that are phthalate free. You see that strange word that's PHTHALATE, phthalate free, which is plastic. Plastics in your foods. Again, hormone disruptors. BPA, which is what a lot of your water bottles are made out of, and people share with you not to drink out of those plastic water bottles. That's the reason why they're hormone disruptors, and they're causing what? A hormone imbalance. And again, your soy, which is a phytoestrogen. Okay. Let me see. Hopefully you can see yourself preparing this salad right away, and keep putting your comments in the comment section. Please place your information there. Again, today we talked about 3 main hormones which affect all of us. Looking at the relationship between your hormones and mental health, we know that when our hormones are imbalanced, it definitely affects and can cause the depression. It can cause anxiety. That's just surface stuff. It can actually cause the schizophrenia. Also, it can cause a bipolar disorder and a plethora of other mental health disorders. And we looked at some foods. Actually, gave you 2 demos about helping your mental health. Now, what's the solution for this? I actually do a 21-day detox every month, and I have one starting on Monday, September the 14th, a 21-day detox, which helps you learn how to eat healthier. It helps you actually provide you with a lot of resources. It helps you to provide solutions for your health, okay, for your hormones, all right? Lots of healthy resources. So feel free to reach out to me. Please go to my social media. Follow me on my social media pages. I am on Twitter. Have my YouTube channel. I am on Instagram, and I am on Facebook. I thank you so much for having me here. It's absolutely been a pleasure. Oh, and
Lauren Simmons session on Nourish Your Mind. That was a lot of great information about how foods affect your mental health. So continue, please, everyone. Continue commenting, ask questions. I shout out to Essie, I believe. Hopefully I pronounced your name right. So many other ladies have joined us in the comment thread. So thank you so much. So next up is natural healing. So that focuses on relieving you of your anxiety and depression the natural way, and that is with supplementation. So stay tuned. We'll be right back in a couple of minutes.
Nestled between Philadelphia and Pittsburgh sits the capital city of Pennsylvania, Harrisburg. Beyond having the unique distinction as the training center for the Union Army during the Civil War and the present location of the National Civil War Museum, Harrisburg now serves as home to a new organization fighting a new battle. Black Girl Health.
Black Girl Health is a digital publishing company. Our mission is to transform everyday minority women into healthier individuals. We focus our efforts on social media, online commercials, and community outreach.
In 2015, Black Girl Health saw great success on Facebook, using articles and creating a newscast to disseminate NLM information and resources as part of the Pop the Question HIV awareness campaign.
Pop the Question is really just women taking control of their sexual health. When you think of Pop the Question, you probably think of a man getting down on one knee and asking their partner to marry them. Instead, this is the woman, maybe not getting down on her knee, but asking that man to go get tested.
Using HIV information from AidSource and Medline Plus, BGH expanded their Pop the Question campaign in 2016 to another social media network frequently used by the target audience, Instagram. Social media assistant Ashley Manning converted text-based NLM articles to short-format videos, then published those videos weekly on the BGH Instagram page for its followers.
HIV is definitely a sensitive topic. It's something that a lot of people don't feel comfortable talking about. There's definitely a huge stigma around HIV in the minority community. So bringing this information to them on social media through video, it makes them feel more comfortable sharing it and talking about it with others.
To help in the fight to raise awareness, BGH recruited help from social media influencer Miss J DMV.
So how many women has he been with? Oh, Heather, Marie, and Tom. Oh, that's not bad. 3. And Brittany, and Tanya's sister, and Mackenzie.
Ladies, are you unsure about your man's HIV status? If so, it might be time to pop the question. Visit blackgirlhealth.com today, and we'll show you how.
Bringing comedy to a topic that isn't fun to talk about really made the content more engaging.
Capitalizing on the viral reach of the video, Ms. J instructed her following to navigate to the BGH website where they could fill out a survey evaluating their knowledge of HIV and how to pop the question.
It opened up an avenue for us to have a dialogue about how to pop the question, when to pop the question, if you have popped the question correctly.
BGH's staff assistant, Carlise Kierton, played an integral role in turning our digital interactions with minority women into real-world actions at Black Girl Health's second annual Kickstart Health and Wellness Expo.
As a part of our Pop the Question campaign, we're here at the Kickstart Women's Health Expo, and we're offering women an option to get screened for HIV.
The increased awareness of NLM's HIV information on social media encouraged women to not only attend the expo, but garnered several on-site testings as well, showing once and for all, in the battle for minority women's health in Harrisburg, allies proved more powerful than obstacles.
Hello, I'm Tyrone Garrett, Executive Director and CEO of the District of Columbia Housing Authority. We're always looking for new ways to enhance services for our residents and stakeholders. Today, I'm excited to give you a preview of our new Customer Solutions Center at our 1133 North Capitol Street headquarters. Residents and stakeholders will be able to make appointments to visit our center for safe and socially distanced meetings with their housing specialists and other DCHA staff. Learn more about our available services by www.dchousing.org or by calling 202-535-1000.
Greetings, everyone. My name is Ketnu Nefer, and I am Chief Enthusiasm Officer of the Soulful Touch Wellness, which is my mobile holistic health and wellness practice for women located here in Washington, D.C. I'm so excited to be a part of this initiative to share some natural health and wellness tips to overcome anxiety and depression. Before we get started, I just want to tell you a little bit about myself and why I got into women's health. I am originally from a small island in South Carolina, and an Army veteran and a uterine cancer survivor. And with that, I learned how to heal myself naturally using herbs, affirmations, visualizations, and other natural techniques to heal my mind, body, and my spirit. So with that, today, I wanted to see and check in with you to see where you are during this pandemic. I know we all are feeling a little anxious, and there even may be doubt bouts of depression that we've all gone through as we've seen friends and loved ones transition from this awful virus, or even being impacted by losing jobs or not being able to work like we used to. I know that's the case in my case, because having a mobile practice and having it shut down has been very traumatic for me, but the anxiety has come more so from not being able to provide my services for my clients. So just to kind of get a feed of what's going on with you guys, if you're feeling some anxiety right now, or if you felt some anxiety in the last few weeks, can you press one? Can you type in a one in the chat box? I know who I'm talking to, so I can get a feel of what you guys got going on. And with that, I wanted to start this session off. I know Ava did an awesome job with the yoga and getting you relaxed, but I also wanted to take you through a brief guided meditation to help you alleviate some anxiety that you may be feeling right now. So I want you to get comfortable, get in your seated chair, sit up straight, plant your feet on the floor. We're going to close our eyes and gently breathe in naturally while I get my music going on here. Hopefully it's not too loud. And I just want you to focus on your breath and allowing the breath to naturally rise and fall within your body. A lot of times when we become anxious, we tend to hold a lot of tension in our chest. And so today I want you to focus your breath here into the abdomen. Okay? And just ease into this quick healing session to help relieve anxiety. Allow yourself to just be here and now in this present moment. Clear out any distractions that you may be feeling or hearing in the background. Just want you to kind of focus in on my voice and let your body just be. Connect yourself with the chair, feeling your feet on the floor. And just know that you don't have to do anything, because our bodies want to naturally be calm and relaxed in this moment. The thing about anxiety is sometimes thinking too much or being tense and being anxious doesn't allow us to relax. So naturally, we must let go of any need to control the present moment and any future outcomes. So make sure your eyes are closed. Focus on the breath. Feel the natural rise and fall of your chest and your abdomen as you breathe in and out. And if you're feeling any anxiety at the moment, just let go of that need to overanalyze. Just pretend like it's just me and you here. Just listen to the sound of my voice. There's no need to focus on what you need to do prior to this, or after this, or next week, or tomorrow. The goal is for you to be present now. Focus on the breath and know that when we become too anxious, we do this out of habit, because in the past, situations and outcomes that didn't happen the way we expected and the way we tend to feel we need to be in control makes us become more worried. And in order to change that habit, we must first change our self-image and now create some new beliefs. And this is what this quick session will teach you. But first, we need to get you into a relaxed state and get you to go within, calming your mind with some breathing. I will count down, and with the number I say, I want you to fully inhale with your belly out and exhale, tightening your belly. And with each breath, you will feel more relaxed, taking yourself into a deeper state of peace. I will begin the countdown now. Be sure to allow the breath to naturally rise and fall. 5. Take a full breath in. And as you exhale, feel the tension loosening your body a little bit. 4. Taking a nice deep breath in. And as you exhale, you feel even more relaxed and letting the tension out of your body, out of your shoulders, out of your neck. 3. Breathe in fully, in and out, disregarding any distractions that you may hear. Your mind is becoming calm and clear. 2, inhale deeply. And when you exhale, observe how the need to control subsides as you become extremely relaxed in this moment. And 1. As you take your last deep breath in and exhale slowly, release any tension that you feel in the body and come into a full state of complete peace and tranquility. And as you focus on this moment of peace and tranquility, I want you to hear yourself in your mind saying, I've survived this before, I'll survive now. Again, I've survived this before, I'll survive now. The next affirmation I want you to focus on is, I know that I am not my anxiety. Breathe that in and exhale that out. I know that I'm not my anxiety. The next affirmation I want you to focus on is, I live only in this moment. Focus on your right now, for the present is truly a gift. I live only in this moment. Inhale and focus on, I'm in charge of my breathing, and I can slow it down when I need to. This is key when you're feeling any moment of anxiety, feeling anxious, or when fear sets in. Know that you are in charge of your breath, and you could always settle into this affirmation. I'm in charge of my breathing, and I can slow it down when I need to. Inhale. And as you exhale, focus on the affirmation, I enjoy my feelings of being calm. You're worthy of being calm. You're worthy of the state of being at peace, no matter what the situation is, no matter what you're going through externally or internally. We need to connect to our feelings of peace and tranquility and positivity. I enjoy my feelings of inner calm. One more. Inhale. And as you exhale, focus on the affirmation, life wants what is best for me. I want you to really feel that inside of your mind, your body, and your spirit. Embody that into your presence right now. Inhale. Exhale, feel that life wants the best for you. Enjoy that feeling. Connect with that. Become comfortable where you are in your body right now and feel connected to your environment. Know that you can find pleasure in your life right now, regardless of your financial situation, what may be going on with your health, any family drama, any employment situations. Know that you could find pleasure in your life right now. Use your breath to connect to that feeling. And if you say, I don't know what that feels like, just pretend for right now. And know that at one point in time, you will know that as you continue to utilize this exercise and your breath to connect to that feeling. Allow yourself to make healthy decisions for your life right now. This meditation is allowing you to be a greater step in a direction of a healthier, happier, more whole version of yourself. Feel that within your body. Feel that resonate within your soul, in your heart. Allow yourself to relax and connect. And just feel any anxiety and depression just slowly melting away from your body as you are breathing in peace, exhaling discord, inhaling calm, exhaling any anxiety or drama. Say to yourself, I am strong. I am independent. I am loved. I am unique. I am important. I can do this no matter what happens in my life. I love who I am and I am in control. The situation isn't in control of me. I am in control of myself and I love who I am. I control my mind. It does not control me. I am relaxed. I am calm. I am free from my anxiety. I am above the stress of any kind. And I rest and relax in knowing that all is well and I am safe. I am strong and I am prepared for change. And as you inhale, acknowledge any difficulties that you may be going through in your life and know that you will rise above it. Let's inhale one more time. Exhale. Good. Now I will count down from 5, and with each number, I say you will gain more and more awareness of your present moment. And as you do, you will bring with all that is good that you've gained today. You will take action with a new mindset. You'll be ready to tackle any challenge without getting anxious or worried. So inhale, 5, coming back slowly to your current awareness. 4, feel how your body is sitting in your chair. 3, know that you're becoming more alert. 2, Become more aware of your surroundings a bit more now. Feel the body wakening up. 1, open your eyes. You're fully awake, feeling more refreshed. Notice how you're feeling in your body. Take note of any release of any anxiety that you may be feeling prior to this brief meditation. Let me know in the comments how you're feeling. Are you feeling relaxed? Did you feel anything? Are you more connected to the breath? Do you feel a little less anxious? Are you feeling more oxygen flow? Because that is so important when we're dealing with anxiety. So today I want to give you 5 tips that I use with my clients to help them overcome anxiety. And these are practical tips and information that you can use. And the first one we just experienced, and that's meditation. Meditation, or also known as mindfulness, is a great tool to incorporate into your daily practice of lessening your anxiety. And some of the symptoms that a lot of people have when they're feeling anxious or dealing with anxiety is tightness in the chest, um, extreme feelings of fear, a lot of tension in the body, um, excessive worry about everyday events and problems, irritability. Sometimes you have difficulty concentrating. You could have issues with personal, social, and work relationships, heart palpitations, increased heart rate and chest tightness. And these are some of the things that are very persistent when we're dealing with anxiety and even sometimes with depression. And using natural modes such as meditation can help alleviate some of these symptoms, and you will see effective results when you use them long term. With meditation, you could do something as simple as just taking in 3 deep breaths. That is one of the key tools that I teach my clients. Before you react to a situation, take 3 deep breaths. Okay? Write that down. 3 deep breaths. I need 3 deep breaths. And what that does is, one, it immediately removes you from the situation and becoming more reactive. Sometimes that lightning quick reaction is to be petty or sarcastic or get overwhelmed. But when you take those 3 breaths, it allows you to take a moment to step back and say, is this what I need to do? Is this how I need to react in this moment? What is the outcome? And trust me, just as quickly as your mind thinks to react in that reactionary type fashion, the same way you can actually start evaluating and taking in what it is that you could do in alternative to. So taking the 3 deep breaths, and I mean literally inhaling and exhaling. And sometimes you might just need to let out that sigh. And if you're in a conflict with somebody, they may look at you crazy and be like, what is that? What you got going on? But it automatically diffuses the situation because they don't know what to expect next. But it also gives you the opportunity to really assess in your mind, what is it that is about to happen? What could be the possible outcome of this? And so those 3 deep breaths are a essential tool to utilize in helping with anxiety. If you feel an anxiety attack about to come on, just go into your 3 deep breaths and just allowing the abdomen to fully expand on the inhalation and contract on the exhalation. Okay, and bringing that oxygen to the brain, it helps with more rational thoughts. It helps to calm the nervous system, and it eradicates that anxiety. Okay, and so with the meditation, you could do the 3 deep breaths. You could sit for 5 minutes and just breathe in and out deeply. There's so many guided meditations now on YouTube University. You could find one with someone who has a voice that resonates with you, or that has the music that you like, or some of them have videos that take you on a visual journey. And so these are some tools that you could use that are free. We all have our phones in our hands most times, so this is an opportunity to do that. I like to do my guided meditations first thing in the morning, or when I can't sleep at night, I'll just use a meditation. And it doesn't mean that you have to sit in lotus pose with your hands in a mudra. They're walking meditations. If you are someone like me who likes to do your physical activity outside, you could do a walking meditation, and that's emptying the mind. And a lot of people think that meditation means that you're not thinking at all, which is not true. The thing is you need to honor those thoughts, but you just don't stay there. Like, say you start your meditation and you're sitting there, and it probably happened to you during this meditation. You probably are like, oh my God, the phone's ringing, somebody's knocking at the door, the kids are yelling. You honor those thoughts, but you just let them go. You just don't stay there, focus, and ruminate on that. And so that's how we get caught up in what they call monkey mind, monkey brain, where it's just busy and you're just constantly on the go. But you acknowledge that thought. It's like, okay, I heard the phone ringing, and I'm still listening to Ketnu. I'm really focusing on that. Okay, that. Okay, mommy's busy right now. I know it's easier said than done, but you acknowledge them, and you say, okay, I heard them, but and they'll see like, wow, she really into that. Okay, I'm gonna leave her alone right now. So deeply meditating doesn't have to be anything so profound and deeply spiritual. It could be something as simple as when you're washing a dish and just being in that moment, being present. That's the main thing about meditation that I want you to take away from this. And so incorporating the meditation and the deep breathing is so important. The next tip, eating a healthy diet. I know we've been on this coronacation. That's what I like to call it. It's a coronacation. And, if we have been more mindful of what we're taking in and eating prior to, I know now it's so easy to go and grab a lot of processed foods and snacks, especially if you have children at home. You got the juices and the punches and the chips and all that great stuff. But we still can make healthier choices for our diets. And the thing about mind health, and thank you to Dr. Lauren for touching on that. I love how all the workshops overlap. The brain health is so important, and one of the key things that really helps brain health is diet. And you cannot out exercise a bad diet. You can't outthink a bad diet. And I've learned to uh, kind of not adopt the word clean eating, because I don't want to food shame anybody to make you feel like what you're eating is dirty. The goal is to be mindful of making better informed choices on healthier things that you could be eating. You don't want to eat a bunch of candy when you could eat some fruits and get the natural fruit sugar from your foods, as opposed to a bunch of processed sugars and dyes and things like that. Because eating a healthier diet is going to help you all overall, but especially for your mind health. And I want to touch on a couple of key foods that really help with the brain health and fighting the anxiety and the depression. The first one is something that most people, I don't feel like a lot of people eat enough of these, and sometimes I think because of the season when they come in or whatever, and I'm a big proponent of eating seasonally, is Brazil nuts. Brazil nuts are high in selenium. And what selenium does in the body is it improves your mood by reducing inflammation in the body. And a lot of times I've found, and research has shown, that people who are dealing with anxiety and depression, or other mood disorders, have a heightened amount of inflammation in the body. So what Brazil nuts do is they are high in selenium, and selenium is also an antioxidant, and this helps to prevent cell damage. And you got to think about it. Your brain is full of cells. Your body's full of cells, but especially your brain. And so you want to ingest foods that are going to help to prevent cell damage. And so when you're eating a lot of high processed foods that are causing inflammation in the body, they eradicate the healthiness of your cells. And so you want to fortify your body with foods that are going to be anti-inflammatory. So Brazil nuts are one that are really good. I know they're a little expensive, but I always believe that it's better to eat expensive food than to pay for expensive medicine. That's how I like to think about it. And so, there are other nuts that are high in selenium, and there's some other vegetables that are also high in selenium. You have mushrooms that are high in selenium as well. And Brazil nuts are also high in vitamin E, and vitamin E is also an antioxidant. So those of you who know about vitamin E and using it on your face, it helps to prevent you from aging quickly. It's one of my key go-to youth fountain of youth tools. I just turned 46 a couple weeks ago, so vitamin E, and I love Brazil nuts. I eat them. I don't eat them daily, but I do eat them a couple times a week. I just eat a few handfuls of them, or I incorporate them in my smoothies. So again, you want these antioxidant um, type foods that are going to help with your brain health and to help you with anxiety. So Brazil nuts, remember that they're high in selenium, as well as mushrooms. And if you're allergic to mushrooms, I understand, but you can incorporate mushrooms, and they are really great if you are plant-based like I am, to incorporate into your diet because they can resemble meat. So you have your oyster mushrooms, your portobello mushrooms, all of those that are really good for you to try. Okay. For those of you who are not plant-based but want to look to add more omega-3, um, like Dr. Lauren pointed out, your fatty fish, they are high in omega-3. She had that amazing piece of salmon. That was an awesome cut of salmon that she had. And so those are rich in fatty acids. And fatty acids have a strong cognitive relationship with your mental health. And so it's one of those things that you want to incorporate. So your omega-3 rich foods, they contain ALA or alpha lipoic acids, and they also are have the EPA and DHA, which are neurotransmitters, which are good for the brain. They help to reduce inflammation in the body, and they promote healthy brain function. It's been said that those omega fatty acids, when tested, people who have been suffering from anxiety and depression, they are often deficient in these things. If you are someone who are on a plant-based diet, you can get your omega-3, 6, 9s, omega fatty acids from flaxseed, chia seeds. Those are really high in those. So if you're not someone like me who's not going to eat fish, but if you're someone who wants to eat fish, you want to eat your fatty fishes. So salmon, sardines, um, these are really good, and they are high in vitamin D as well. And we'll talk about that a little bit later when we talk about some of the supplements, when we talk about vitamin D. But your essential fatty acids are essential for your brain health and your mood health. Okay. Another one, real quick, for the foods is dark chocolate. And ladies, I know women like, oh, give me chocolate. You speaking my language. So dark chocolate has been found when you eat 40 grams of dark chocolate, it helps to reduce stress in the body. And I know sometimes around the menses and menstrual cycle, women tend to crave chocolate. One, a lot of times that's a magnesium deficiency, but also if you're someone who suffers from PMS or mood swings prior to that time of the month, eating dark chocolate will help alleviate some of those symptoms. And even when you're not on your cycle, dark chocolate helps to reduce stress in the body. And so it's rich in polyphenols and flavonoids. And so these flavonoids are really good for the neurons in the brain as well. They help to slow down death in the brain, and it improves blood flow to the brain. And we all know our mood is affected by our brain and the neurotransmitters. So we want to ingest those foods that are going to truly help us to sustain that within the body. So the key to choosing a really great dark chocolate, so you don't want milk chocolate, you don't want the Nestle's and all of that. We want the dark chocolate, and this is one that has 70% or more of the cacao in it. So just know that dark chocolate still can have added sugars and fat. So you want to do a small serving of 1 to 3 grams. If you buy them in the bars, I normally get mine from Trader Joe's and they're a couple of bucks. You just would eat a square a day. So a square of the dark chocolate will be a good dosage, so to speak. Okay, so the dark chocolate is something that you can easily incorporate into your diet. Again, if you're not a real big chocolate person, I get it. There are a few of you who are like that. God bless you. But it's one of those things that I feel that is easy and practical to use, and it's affordable as well. And one more quick food that I definitely want to mention that has been touted as a superfood as of late, but has been used for centuries, and that's turmeric. Turmeric, and you say, oh, I know turmeric for pain and all that great stuff, but turmeric is also great for relieving anxiety and depression. Okay, turmeric is a spice that's normally found in India and Southeast Asia, and the active ingredient in turmeric is curcumin. Okay, so cumin has been known to lower anxiety by reducing inflammation. As you see, we talked about inflammation through all these workshops, inflammation in the body, and it also lowers oxidative stress. And that has been proven that when people who have been tested with mood disorders such as anxiety and depression, it's been found that they are missing some of this in the body. And so incorporating it through your diet is a great way to do it. One way I teach my clients to use is golden milk. And you could Google that, golden milk. You can make a tea, like a hot tea with the turmeric and cinnamon and cloves. It's really good. And I like to tell my clients to use it during the nighttime, and it's so amazing, and I love adding that. And it's one of the things that it's easy to make. And like I said, there's amazing different recipes online that you could check out. Okay, so those are some of the foods. I hope that you guys are writing this down. And just a quick thing about the diet. So those are things that you can easily incorporate into your diet. They don't cost an arm and a leg. You can find the turmeric in most bulk sections, places where they sell food or whatever. So you can utilize that. Okay. On to the next point, aromatherapy. So primarily in my practice, I am a massage therapist. I've been a massage therapist for over 17 years. I absolutely love aromatherapy. For those of you who don't know what aromatherapy is, it's using essential oils and essential oils I like to call is like the plant essence, the blood of the plant. And they are distilled through various methods. They take the plant and they do this whole elaborate thing to extract the aromatic oils from the plant. So that's where the word aromatherapy comes from. And aromatherapy is one of the best ways to treat anything that you got going on in the body, but especially your anxiety and depression, because it works on the olfactory system. So when you smell things, and think about it, when you are growing up, and we all had that favorite food that our mom made or grandma, that cake, like when you smelled her lemon cake, you knew it was Sunday, it was time to get it on. You could smell that, you could just smell the love and all of that. That's the same principle that aromatherapy works on. So aromatherapy not only works through the nose, but it also works on the mind and the body and the spirit. So it's one of the best tools that I like to tell my clients to use, because it's affordable, it's practical, and it's very effective. Like sometimes you get immediate results, okay, when you're using aromatherapy. And I just wanted to give you a list of a few of my favorite essential oils, and they are so common. And the first one is lavender. I know. A couple of y'all probably just groan like, oh God, lavender. But hear me out. Lavender is more than just a relaxant. Yes, it is a sedative, but lavender is also anti-inflammatory, it's antibacterial, it's antimicrobial, but it also is a powerful plant. And because I like it because it's an antidepressant. It's also regenerative. You know, it can help to lift your mood. It can actually energize. Some people, it energizes them. Some people, it sedates them. So it's not a one size fits all with lavender, but it's a really beautiful um, flower. And so I like to incorporate it into my practice. And it also helps people to heal from abuse. So if you're dealing with depression from past traumas, abuse, sexual abuse, physical abuse, mental abuse, emotional abuse, lavender is a wonderful essential oil to sit with to help you heal from past abuse. It also calms the mind and the spirit. It also helps when you are agitated. It helps to instantly calm down the mind and the body if you're agitated. It helps with anxiety, so you can diffuse that when you're dealing with anxiety. And it also helps with appetite loss, which is also something that happens during depressive states of depression. You tend not to eat, you don't want to eat, you don't want to move, you don't want to get up and grab something to eat. Lavender actually helps to stimulate the appetite as well. It balances out the whole body. And how I like to use lavender, lavender is one of probably two out of the 50 billion essential oils that you can use neat. Neat meaning you don't have to dilute it with another carrier oil. And when I say carrier oils are olive oil, shea butter, apricot oil, almond oil, whatever. You always want to dilute essential oils if you're placing it on the body with a carrier oil. Lavender is the exception. You don't have to dilute it with a carrier oil if you're using it. One of the key ways to use it is just opening up the bottle and smelling it. You can just take a whiff, okay? If you want to be fancy, like me, you know, I'm a Leo, we like fancy things, you can get you a diffuser. They are very inexpensive now. I remember 17 years ago when I got into massage therapy, a diffuser was an arm and a leg, and you had to special order it. But now you can find them at Big Lots. You can go on Amazon. You can find them for $10, $15, and you can place it in your space, in your home. I love diffusing oils in my space, in my office, during my practice. And you would just put some water and 5 to 10 drops of your essential oil in your diffuser. You turn it on and it puts the steam out, and it diffuses the oil into the air in the atmosphere. A lot of them have time control, so you can it shuts off by itself when it finishes, or some of the more elaborate ones have timers. So you can use that to do that. And with all these oils that I'm going to talk about, you could use a diffuser for that. But first and foremost, just opening the bottle and smelling it sometimes is the instantaneous way to do it. So I always keep oils on my person just for that reason. Or if I encounter someone in an emergency situation, I have that in my tool chest to help them out. Okay, so that's the first one. The second one is bergamot, and that's Bergamot. Bergamot. Bergamot is a citrus. It comes from a fruit that kind of resembles like a kumquat, um, but it's also another beautiful essential oil to help with your agitated, you're feeling depressed. It helps with emotional stress, uh, environmental stress. If you work in a stressful office and they just do the absolute most, you can diffuse some bergamot, and it's a very light citrus smell, so it's not overpowering. If you have persons who are sensitive to smells, most people like the smell of bergamot, and it's really, really good for that. But it also helps with performance stress. If you're someone like you have to do a presentation like today, was like, okay, I need to infuse all these different things and do all these different things because things weren't working and I'm a little anxious. So just sniffing a little bit of bergamot before you have to give a presentation, or you have to perform, or if you're an athlete before you compete, it's a really great thing to kind of help diffuse that anxiety. Bergamot actually blends well with lavender. So if you wanted to create a blend and just to mix up the smell a little bit, you can marry those two together and put them in your diffuser and use it that way. With any of these oils, if you want to use it on the body, again, like I said, you want to diffuse it in a carrier oil or anything like that. You could use it as a massage oil or a body moisturizer. A good rule is to 1 ounce of carrier oil, you want to put between 5 to 10 drops of essential oil. So for a quick blend, an anti-anxiety blend, I would do 5 drops of bergamot and 5 drops of lavender and 1 ounce of carrier oil. And you can drop that into the bath. That's safe to use for children as well. I know now with Zoom calls and Zoom school, it's a great thing to diffuse for your children to help relieve some of that anxiety of having now to switch to something that they're not used to. Okay. The next essential oil is clary sage, and that's CLARYSAGE. Clary sage is from the mint family. It's similar to peppermint, spearmint. It's kind of in those families. And clary sage is one of my definite go-tos if I have a client that's severely depressed or really, really anxious, because it is a nerve tonic. And it's very sedative. It's very soothing. It's very warming. So when you need that type of hug, that time, something to just really just grab you tight and just make you feel like it's okay. You can do this. You can move on. Clary sage is the essential oil for that, and it really is great for emotional stress. It's one of the top oils for emotional stress that I highly recommend, especially for women. And again, you could diffuse that. You could put it in your body lotion. You can make a bath with it, a bath oil, and soak in that in the tub for 20 minutes using that, especially when you've had a very stressful day, an episodic day where you need to really relax. Okay. And then the last essential oil that I want to talk about for your aromatherapy is Ylang Ylang, and it's spelled YLANG, YLANG, Ylang Ylang. And this is actually from the apple family. It's a very beautiful smelling essential oil. It comes from a flower. And a little fun fact about Ylang Ylang is that in East Asia, they use it on a couple's wedding night to help squelch any anxiety before they consummate the marriage. So that lets you know how relaxing and calmative it is. It's also an aphrodisiac, so be mindful of that. But it's very calming. It's a deep sedative. It increases relaxation. It's a sedative, like I said. It helps relieve stress. It helps relieve tension in the body. I like to incorporate it in my massage oil blends just to kind of help relieve any tension that the person may be feeling in their body. It's also great for when you're about to have an anxiety attack. It helps suspend rapid breathing. So when you feel like you're about to have that panic attack, Ylang Ylang, just take a sniff of that Ylang Ylang, pull that out. It also helps to balance your equilibrium, so when you're just feeling like you just can't cope and you're just off balance, you're off center, Ylang Ylang is an amazing essential oil for that. Okay. And if when you're dealing with frustration, Ylang Ylang is the essential oil to go to for that. Okay. And again, you want to diffuse these. You can put it in your baths. You can put it in your lotions. There's so many ways. Like I said, Google aromatherapy recipes, and I promise you're going to find 50,000 ways to utilize these oils. I want to give a quick disclaimer though, because I know us, and I know for Black folks, more is more with essential oils. If you're using a recipe, use what the recipe says. If it says 2 drops, only use 2 drops, because essential oils are 100 to 1,000 times more potent than the herb itself. Okay, so there you can do damage to yourself with natural remedies. So know that too. You know what I'm saying? Too much of anything isn't good for you. So be mindful of that when you're dealing with aromatherapy. Okay. And tip number 4, staying active. You're here with Black Girl Health. Black Girl Health, if you saw in the commercial, they have an amazing program where you get exercises emailed to you every day. And it's amazing, it's affordable. But even without that, you have an amazing gym in your living room, outside your front door, in your neighborhood. You don't have to spend a whole lot of money to be active. Let me tell you what I do. I hula hoop in my front yard. I walk my neighborhood. I exercise on my front porch. I do have a gym membership, but you know, with this coronation, I've been a little leery about going into the gym just yet. But I know for my own personal health, I have to stay active. And so just think about your mind's health and your body's health, because they go one with each other. They go hand in hand. So movement and staying active is very important. Okay. 30 minutes of exercise a day will change your absolute entire life. You don't have to do it all at one time. That's the key thing. You know what I'm saying? 10 minutes, 10 minutes, 10 minutes. 10 minutes in the morning when you wake up, 10 minutes during lunchtime, 10 minutes before you go to bed. 30 minutes. And you want to challenge yourself. It's just not saying, okay, I'm moving. No, really get up and move. And again, YouTube is an amazing resource. I take hip hop step class on YouTube. I take yoga classes on YouTube. It keep it spicy. Variety is the spice of life. Just move and stay active. 30 minutes a day is key to your health. And like I said, you don't have to do anything elaborate. You don't have to just buy a bunch of equipment and do something fancy. If you can afford to do that, go for it if that's your thing. But keep moving. Exercise is going to oxygenate the brain. As we talk about, we want to move and get that inflammation out of the body. It helps squelch the inflammation in the body as well. It also is a way to allow you to see some change in your mind, body, and spirit. I know for me, if I don't work out in the morning, I wouldn't say my day is shot, but it don't go as well as it does when I work out. And I even worked out before this broadcast. So I did some step aerobics, hip hop step aerobics this morning, just to kind of, again, squirrel some anxiety, because I'm gonna be transparent with you. I did, you know what I'm saying? I wanted to represent well. I wanted to ensure that I did the best that I can, and making sure that everything is working, and so that I could give you this information and this knowledge and be impactful on your health and wellness. So I got it in. I felt good. Did my step aerobics, and it really did help me, get out of my head and just breathe and be within myself. At one point in my life, like Dr. Lauren, I've lost a lot of weight. I was 230 pounds at my heaviest, and exercising every day helped me. There were days I did it for almost a year. I almost exercised every day for almost a year, a couple of years ago. Now I try to get at least 4 to 5 days of 30 minutes or more of exercise in. And I can't tell you how impactful it has been. And not only that, but people have witnessed my journey and they say, wow, you transformed. I've dealt with anxiety, I've dealt with depression, and this is one of the most natural ways of doing it. And because I don't personally like being on medication, I don't like being in an altered state. I'm not anti-medication, so let me say that first and foremost. But I know if there's things that I could do naturally to combat the need to having to medicate myself, I'd rather do that first. And they're a lot more affordable than on being on a monthly um, medication plan. So seek out some type of exercise. Like I said, it could be something fun, jumping rope, hula hooping. I teach African dance fitness. There's so many resources out there, y'all. And just do that. Just move. Just get up and move. Even after you get up from watching this thing, just move in place. Do some push-ups during your commercials of your favorite show. Just be active. And I promise you, you will see a shift in your mood when you start doing it consistently and challenging yourself and your body. So stay active. Last one, because I wanted to give a little more time to these in case if there were some questions. Herbal supplements. Some of my favorite herbal supplements to help with anxiety and depression all are herbs. And the very first one, again, is something that I also took before this broadcast, is called ashwagandha. And I'm going to try to spell that for you. But ashwagandha is my absolute saving grace. And this is a Indian herb as well. I prefer to take it in a tincture. And ashwagandha is an amazing sedative. It's a nerve tonic. And it is what I would say for some other substance does for other people. I won't name the name, but this is what that does for me. Sorry about the fun. And so it is one of those things that I feel like we are not aware of, especially in the African American community. We tend to not be privy to this. And I'm going to spell it for you. It's ASHWAGANDHA, ashwagandha. Okay, so ashwagandha is my favorite herb. It really helps squelch anxiety for me, and you literally feel yourself coming down when you take the ashwagandha. Like I said, I like a tincture. With tinctures, you always want to put a few droppers in 8 ounces of water, and this doesn't interfere with your medication at all. It's very natural. It's very affordable, and it's one of those plants that really promotes balance. It restores the body. It is an adaptogen. So when we talk about adaptogens are herbs that help to directly affect your stress level and your ability to control and manage stress. So it is my favorite adaptogen. And if you look, there's various studies that have shown how effective this is as a sedative in helping people to just calm down. So ashwagandha is the first one. If you've never tried herbs or anything before, this would be the first one I say definitely grab. Okay. The second one is passion flower. Passion flower is a beautiful flower that is used in natural medicine to help alleviate anxiety. It has a calming effect on those who are feeling restless and anxious. It's also great if you're dealing with insomnia with your depression or your anxiety. So I normally suggest it for my clients who are dealing with insomnia because it does help you to sleep. So if you have a really busy day and you just need your body to relax and your mind to relax, then passion flower is a really great herb to incorporate. You can find this in a tea. There's passion flower tea bags. You can find the loose leaf herb as well. I have a insomnia artisan tea that I formulate, and it has passion flower in it. Passion flower is the star of that blend, called Carolina Dreams tea. And so passion flower is one of those amazing floral herbs that you could use to just help yourself relax. If you're not a tea drinker, a lot of these herbs that I'm talking about, you can either find in a tincture, like I said, in the bottles like this, or you could find them in capsules form. So if you're a capsule person, you can utilize those there as well. Um, the next one is chamomile. I know we've seen it in different things now. I've even seen in the baby products, they're using the lavender and chamomile because it is a natural relaxant. It's gentle and it's effective, and it's a natural way to treat anxiety. Um, it's also known to ease digestion. So when you get that queasiness, when you get anxious, or you feel like you're about to throw up or anything like that, um, chamomile is really good for that. It also encourages sleep, so it relaxes you. It's a sedative. It really helps to help you just get into your body and just relax and encourages sleep. So if you're someone who's dealing with insomnia, that's really great as well. Okay, so ashwagandha, chamomile, passion flower. The last one I want to talk about is lemon balm. Lemon balm, BALM, balm. And this is most commonly found in capsule form, but you could also find it in an extract like this in a tincture. Um, and it could be taken alone, or you could find it in herbal teas. I like to combine it with a chamomile, a passion flower, a lemon balm, but it's a known herb that has been used since the Middle Ages for anxiety. They used to drink lemon balm tea before they went to war, just to kind of help settle the nerves and make them focus and be strong into what they needed to do. It encourages relaxation, and it also helps with other digestive issues as well. And if you tend to get tension headaches from just overthinking and being in your head so much, it also helps with headaches as well. So it's known for its calming and soothing properties, and it improves the mood and it reduces stress. So lemon balm, and again, like I said, it's mostly found in capsule form, but you can actually find the loose leaf herb as well. And that was one of my favorite things. And another type of supplement that is really, really good and is very effective that I feel that everyone should be taking now because we've been inside quarantine is vitamin D. Vitamin D, and you want a vitamin D3. This is a plant-based one. This is my favorite one. But you can find non-plant-based ones. But you want one that's high in IU. This one has 5,000 IU, so you literally would only take one of these a day. But vitamin D is very important for mood regulation. And so vitamin D is something that everyone should be getting. You get it naturally from it being in the sun. So first and foremost, before you take a capsule, go outside, sit outside with your mask on and get 20 minutes of sunlight. I know today is overcast and rainy, but even still, there's still sun rays if you're um, so to speak. But on a sunnier day, you want to get 20 minutes of direct sunlight onto the skin to help increase your vitamin D levels. Okay. But if you cannot get outside the way you want to, or you are afraid to go outside, vitamin D is very important to have within the body. And and it also helps to regulate your mood. I remember at one point in time I lived in Chicago and my vitamin D dropped so much because it was so cold because I wouldn't go outside and because I wasn't working at the time, but it was just so cold and it dropped so low. My doctor was like, I have never seen vitamin D so low. But at the same time, I was going through a real bad brain funk. It was just like I had this brain fog. I felt really depressed. And I wasn't someone who dealt with these type of issues before. But when I got the CBC and the test done, it showed that my vitamin D levels had plummeted. And I'm from someone who lived in the South, who lived outside. I'm a country girl, outside all the time. And so I went from that to indoors, no sunlight, no exposure to the sun, and it totally annihilated my vitamin D. So now it's really great to supplement with that. And it's also good for your immune system. So especially now, if you're trying to make sure that your immune system is doing what it needs to do during these times, make sure you are supplementing with some vitamin D. Okay, so this is a very powerful supplement that you can use. It's very affordable. You can find it in most health food stores now, in a capsulated form. But go outside first and get your vitamin D. Okay, so again, I hope I didn't overwhelm you with a lot of information. I hope that you took amazing notes. I hope that the meditation in advance helped with the feeling of anxiety and depression. I know times are tough right now, but we are stronger. We are tougher. You got this. I'm in your corner. I'm here if you need me, or reach out to Black Girl Health. There's a lot of resources that you could use to utilize. And if this is your first introduction to Black Girl Health, welcome. Thank you for being here. I am so grateful for your participation in this workshop. If you want to contact me for more information, I am at asoulfultouch.com. If you Google Ketnu, Khetnu, Nefer, I'm sure you're going to see a picture of me doing something, or a video of me hula hooping or something. I'm on all social media platforms. I am here to assist you. Thank you so much for being here. Thank you for investing in your health. And I look forward to seeing you at another amazing Black Girl Health event or throughout the city. To be sure to reach out. And thank you again to Portia and DCHA for this opportunity, for allowing me to share my love and passion of women's health with the community. So have an amazing day, and I'll see you next time.
Wow. What a day. Ketnu, that was amazing. Hope you guys learned about a lot. I sure did. Lemon balm, ashwagandha. Definitely seek your health provider, with all these things that you have questions about in terms of herbs and supplements. But this was amazing information. I would like to thank all our presenters, Ava Adames for doing yoga, Dr. Lauren Simmons for doing Nourishing Your Mind with Healthy Foods. And again, our certified health practitioner, Ketnu Nefer, for focusing on anxiety and depression and how to relieve that the natural way. These workshops were absolutely amazing. I would like to give a special thanks to the DC Housing Authority for this wonderful partnership. I hope that you all learned a lot. And I hope that you not only got the information that you need and the resources, but also this was empowering, to give you motivation to take control. The control is in your hands, not anyone else's. It's up to you. It's up to you to put yourself first. It's up to you to start thinking about the foods that you eat. It's up to you to say, you know what, I need a self-care day. It's up to you to, invest in different natural ways to help you feel better about yourself. It's important. It really is important. So I hope that you take from this as, hey, I'm going to take control of my mental health. So anyway, again, continue to leave your comments and your feedback in the thread. I tried to get to many of y'all who, had comments. But continue to leave your comments on how you like the virtual event, Refocusing Your Mind, because we hope to do something like this again. Again, I would like to say thank you so much to the DC Housing Authority. For now, bye-bye, everyone.
Hello, I'm Tyrone Garrett, Executive Director and CEO of the District of Columbia Housing Authority. We're always looking for new ways to enhance services for our residents and stakeholders. Today, I'm excited to give you a preview of our new Customer Solutions Center at our 1133 North Capitol Street headquarters. Residents and stakeholders will be able to make appointments to visit our center for safe and socially distanced meetings with their housing specialists and other DCHA staff. Learn more about our available services by visiting www.dchousing.org or by calling 202-535-1000.